Hi. Does it work? My stream key expired or something. I don't know what happened there. Guess I've not streamed in a long time, and lesson learned, always check your streaming setup. Don't assume it's working. I'll turn this a bit further down. I don't have like a crazy sophisticated setup for this stuff, you know. That's scared you. Alright. If it's working, then I'll send in the at everyone. I used to be more like, oh, I don't want to annoy people with pings. But we don't ping very often anyway, do we? So, for important things, it's fine. And I always have friends like with like 200 unread notifications on Discord, and I never understand that because I read every single one. I don't like unread notifications because there could be something important in there, you know. And if it's not important, then I'm unsubscribed. So, alright, let me just find my windows here. There we go. Zoom in a bit so I can read that chat. On my screen over here, it's like a bit smaller. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Oh yeah. Yeah, Nuclear Shell, you... We had that discussion. Well, so how's everyone doing? We've got an anniversary. It's 2 years. I read that Rory is gonna be here soon. So I've got an adult beverage here to celebrate. It's a pear in a bottle. So just a little one, you know. Please don't like close my channel or anything like that, YouTube. Just a little one, just a little one. So, happy anniversary to me, I guess, because, you know, creator and all. So, yeah, that helps with streaming personality as well. So it's for your benefit as well. So, people are asking for co-op course. Then there will not be a as for Revolution 1, there's not gonna be any major updates. Let me just move my stuff here. There's not gonna be any major updates, so if there would, of course I would love to make a co-op for Revolution 2, that would be really cool. I actually thought about it a bit more, because you know, it's early days, but the thing is, yeah, it's just a lot of work, because you're essentially making 2 mods, because we don't want to cut, like, you can think in 2 ways, right? Like, either you make 2 mods in one, if you want to have both campaigns be nice and thick, you know, or you cut down on the single player campaign, and then have like a half-assed single player and a half-assed multiplayer. I don't want to do that either, so yeah, we'll have to think about it. Hi Rory.
Hello.
How's it going? Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
So we are already live. By the way, my hair, I've been meaning to go to the barber for like 2 months now, so this is the longest it's ever been in a while. So fucking hell, whatever is going on up there. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like if we do multiplayer, I would really like do it sort of like Portal 2 did, right? Focus on the gameplay, don't overthink it too much. But right now I'm focusing on a single player campaign for sure. That's kind of the difficulty if you like raise your quality bar, it raises it for everything, right? So adding in new features becomes more difficult. Like if your level of quality for, you know, like chamber visuals or engine investing into a custom engine with more lighting technology and whatever. If that's low, then you can focus that time on like a co-op campaign. But if you then decide, oh, we want to do a co-op campaign, well, we have to put it on the same standard as the rest, and that's already a lot of work. So we're just adding on more work, and I'm trying to figure it out because we already got a lot of work ahead of us. So I'm trying to figure out how we can do something really, really cool without blowing scope to ridiculous levels. I'm gonna turn off the music in game because I already have it in the background. I don't know what I'm really gonna play. I guess I'm just gonna look at stuff and we're gonna reminisce.
Take a look out that window for a moment.
Yeah, this window scene here.
The good old days of 2 years ago.
I mean, this started like in 2020. This scene here.
I mean, yeah.
It's changed so much. I had crazy shit planned for this. I had like 2 separate insane vistas. One was here, and the next was behind the door. And there's still 2 vistas, kinda, but this one didn't have the spire in it originally, and the spire was in the next vista. But then I thought, like, that's such insane, like, scope. It's already so much work to make one vista, and if we're not gonna have the spire in here, what are we gonna show? And if we're not gonna show anything, then let's just merge the 2 together, and that was such a good idea.
See that huge spire in the distance? That's where we're headed. Little confession. I don't know for sure whether it's
People seem to really like the scene. Like when I've been actually watching a few gameplay videos again lately, because I've Sterling keeps talking.
You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, I've been rewatching some gameplay vids again because after I've gotten that distance. After release, I really didn't feel. I don't know. It was not a good time. I was just so overwhelmed and exhausted. And I didn't really watch many gameplay vids, honestly. So I've been getting into that now, and people always react well to this scene here. So good work, Monty, because he mainly worked on this. I laid out some like the basic shapes here, and I think I worked on the top stuff a lot here. But everything on the bottom levels here was him. This was just a big area to decorate. Some awesome dev texture blockouts, yeah. Yeah, it's all just still just dev texture blockouts. Yeah. Yeah, Revo 2 has been very different. It's much more chill, much more relaxed, because we're still just in like early days, and we're still taking it seriously. How should I say this? Like, I always had soundtrack goes crazy. I always said like I always felt like I needed to like prove myself with the first game, and now that's like done. So there's not as much stress for the second. So I've just been taking it pretty chill. Somebody asked about unintended solutions, basically like alternate solutions, and there's a lot of maps here that do have alternate solutions.
But we need to find a testing track. Look, I'm sorry. I don't want to torture you with endless testing. You already proved that you're capable. Problem is that these backstage areas aren't built to be as durable as the test chambers. To cover any ground here, we need to move between testing tracks.
So like this one, for example, also has multiple solutions that you can solve it, but each of them is like the same amount of effort. Like if we find an alternate solution.
This testing track isn't in good shape. There should be another one not far from here. See if you can find it.
So usually the way we treat it is, if we find an alternate solution, or if it gets reported to us, if it takes the same amount of effort, then it's just being left in. Of course, if it feels like completely unintentional and like or like glitchy, then might be taken out. But here you can either shoot the portal over there by portaling on there and going up the elevator, shooting it, and then going back, or you can just put the cube here. And shoot it from here. So these are two different solutions, and this is left in because, I mean, especially in here, it's meant to feel more like it's a broken chamber and you're trying to find some way to get anywhere else, right? And that really helps with it, having multiple solutions that are... this one feels much more manual. So... it's never the one I do, it wasn't really the intended one. Yeah, see, like, it's so obscure, right? People are surprised that this works. I think you can even jump from here if you're good enough, maybe. But yeah, like, as long as it's like something like this where it forces you to like think outside the box, sorta, and you're getting rewarded for being clever, then it's all fine with me. Volumetric lighting. God, these lights are not.
Wow.
But that scared shit out of me. These lights I'm not the biggest fan of because they're so like poppy. They pop in and out. This is just as bright. Yeah, like as you're walking through here, you have like that little flash in the corner, which doesn't look great.
That happens in real life too, but it doesn't look good in real life either.
That's the thing, right? It might be realistic, but it still looks distracting and ugly. So, yeah.
That's much better.
Like I was on a run a while ago where, because there was trees, the sun just kept like flashing. 1 second, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
But the hardware still works. They really use fine materials for these tests. Have to protect your investments after all. Unbreakable materials are expensive.
One thing I love about here is you can really see the fong on the plants. Which, good God, I'm so happy we don't have to use fong anymore. The new PBR shader or the new lighting model that makes the PBR shader useful. It's so good. Yeah, what the fuck is this vertex lighting here? Why is it purple and cyan? I think we have a note for this here, but yeah, this was meant to be a replica of that Portal 1 chamber. There's concept art for it where Valve employee used this as like a test for Overgrown. But I never ended up using it, and the concept art was so nice that I wanted to remake it. And it felt like a nice little pace breaker to get you into a new testing track. Like at the beginning here, where you're just exploring the overgrowth mainly. It's more about the visuals than it is about the actual gameplay, because you've already played this one, right? Surprisingly, there's a lot of people that don't really recognize this chamber at first, and I think it's partly because you enter it through the side area like this, and I think that's perfect, right? When it isn't so in your face, that it's just, oh, you're solving a portal chamber again, but it's more subtle, like you maybe don't realize it until the end. I think that's the right balance there. Because people criticize that in Aperture Tag, where there are some puzzles that they are basically just the exact replicas of Portal 2, and you just do them with paint gun now. And I think that's actually really smart, because it emphasizes you don't have the portal gun, you have to use a paint gun, and it's different, right? But some people criticized it for that, for like being lazy. I personally don't agree with that, but yeah, I think here it worked out well, because on top of being a remake, like changing the gameplay only very slightly, it just visually makes it feel a lot more fresh, whereas Aperture Tag would just keep the same visuals Right, so it felt a bit lazy in that regard, probably to some people. Again, I'm not here to criticize Tag, I'm just saying what other people say, because that's always what game devs do, you know? We try to learn from other games. There's like a fun little hole in here. I guess it's this hole. Sun shines through the tiny little hole there. That's fun. Yeah.
When I did this puzzle for the first time, I kept trying to put random garbage props throughout the map on the button down there.
Yeah. No, those buttons they have a hard-coded filter of which entities they accept. Oh, yeah, I can't even pick these up here. And only prop weighted cubes or the Franken turret cubes are accepted by those.
0 out of 10 game.
Not an immersive sim at all.
No. I guess, though, it makes sense because they're weighted storage cubes, so they're probably heavier than everything else.
Yeah. Even the plush cubes are heavier.
Yeah.
I had fun writing the store description for these things because I realized, well, they're meant to be plushies, right? But they're made of like fake leather and leather. They're not really plushy at all, and they're still weighted storage cubes. They can push down a button, so they still have to be like heavy metal boxes. Turrets can't shoot them as well.
And when they get jibbed, then they turn back into normal cubes.
That was
they've got to have like
bug.
a normal cube inside. So like all the jib and stuff need to be inside of the plush cube.
That's such a funny bug, yeah.
So
I just didn't fix it.
Also, doesn't it occasionally turn into a normal cube when put in certain...
I fixed that one. That one wasn't great.
You did.
But I did fix the Gibbs.
You did fix the Gibbs?
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably noticed by now that the facility isn't in great shape. It's a lot.
Let me just skip this quickly because I want to get to the Gibbs. Yep, good. Somebody talks about the cube swaps, and I mean,
An elevator in this direction.
the thing with that is mainly people also, like, cube swaps aren't an inherent good, right? And if you reuse the same mechanic too many times, it gets predictable, which makes it easier and annoying, because, like, why am I solving the same thing, like, 15 times, right? And I think there are some test chambers that do want you to respawn a cube, but it's not really the most gratifying element anyway. So we just didn't try to overuse it.
Up ahead is the turret disposal
And also chapter
facility.
1 didn't have
Since
any
all the
unique
vacuum
test
should
elements.
be able to hurt
It had
you,
a
but
monopod.
Here it is.
What are we talking? Oh, the volumetrics.
Man.
Yeah.
It's the fan.
The volumetrics are so nice.
poor turrets. You might think
I'm gonna have to turn on
Your-
the audio. 'Cause
the
I wanna keep
video
talking.
feed I'm looking at for you is like 20
Yeah.
seconds behind. So
Yeah. So, yeah, we just didn't try to overuse it. And also, yeah, because the first chapter was meant to be more, it didn't have any custom elements. I tried to introduce like novelty in some other ways, which is through like monoportal gun and, you know, using game elements like swapping cubes or respawning cubes. To me, those are not really gameplay elements, though. Those are puzzle maneuvers, you know. Puzzle maneuvers. I've actually seen a YouTube video yesterday about somebody reminiscing about Portal Stories ML again after like 10 years, because they also had an anniversary, I think last year. Right, so these cubes aren't even plush. These are the destructible cubes. They don't like, I have the plush pack on right now, but these are special kinds of cubes. And because they are destructible, look, they turn into the Gibbs, and those, yeah, aren't plush. But if you take one of
False
this,
advertising.
the bug was if you take one of these and put it in the laser receptacle, the map just deletes the thing you have in your hand and spawns a new cube in that location. So this would turn into a plush cube, but I replaced it with the proper model. So that was one of the bugs. The other bug was in the Spire map when you throw down the companion cube. The plush companion cube explodes in the incinerator room and then turns into metal gibs. So I just added a little line in the store description for that. Nuclear Shield, so yeah, back on top of that video. Yeah, I saw that video, somebody reminiscing about Mel, and they didn't like cube respawning that much. And I mean, I agree, I can see the point, right? Because cube respawning, cube swapping, like, that is not an inherent mechanic to Portal. It's something I'm always trying to think, like, to keep in mind when making a puzzle. Why is this a Portal puzzle? Why is it not a puzzle in any other game, right? Because if your puzzle is just about lasers and cubes, for example, or catapults, you're not really making a Portal puzzle, right? So there's a lot of gameplay elements that people think of, like, invent for like their own maps or whatever, that don't play with portals at all. And then why is it in Portal, right? The great thing about Portal 2 is that all of the elements interact with portals in great ways. And something like a cube respawn is just... It can be cool, but if you do it in like 6 test chambers, then it just gets a bit predictable and stale really quickly. If you look at Portal, if you look at Valve's maps, Valve's design, Valve's games in general, they don't stick around with the same idea for like more than 3 times usually. And then just keeps adding new stuff, keeps it fresh instead of staying on the same idea over and over and over. I think I've made my point.
That does also, though, for a lot of the Valve games, have the downside that it can sometimes kill replayability when, for instance, for Half-Life 2, when every chapter is its own gimmick, there isn't really a good way to just, like, play Half-Life 2. It's like, oh, play the airboat section, or, like, play...
Yeah. That is just kind of part of the game, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rory and I have been, or at least I have been getting into Doom Eternal a lot lately, and we're like semi-racing to get to beat Ultra Nightmare for the first time.
You're probably gonna beat it before me, like...
I seem to have a better death ratio than you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta practice school together more.
You have work.
I have work as well. And now I have vacation, but you played more this week anyway. So okay, so yeah, we've been playing Doom Eternal, and that game is great because it's just so replayable. It's got a really strong core loop, and you can just play that forever. You can just throw an amount of enemies into a room, and it's fun. But that is like the hardest thing to achieve, and even that will be boring at some point, right? Like after like 10,000 hours, is it still gonna be fun? I don't know.
Well, I'm 900 hours in so far, and so far it's pretty good.
900, so. Like I've not even cracked 100, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that makes me kind of annoyed, is that you're definitely way further ahead. Because I just haven't, like, Ultra Nightmare has never really been the goal when I've been playing. It's always like been in like arena or horde mode mods and stuff, where just like trying out a bunch of like really risky strategies and stuff, and just playing around like, oh, what kind of crazy combos can I try? But when I actually play the campaign, like, I die a ton. So now I'm having to like recalibrate my brain to be like, oh, I need to learn how to not die.
Yeah. It's really difficult. I think you've got better combos and mechanics down than I do. But I'm more focusing on like the routing and the metagame strategy, so to say, right? Like finding all of the important pickups and choosing the right ones and learning the map's layouts to get rid of enemies that way. I'm learning like BFG routes, so I can use the BFG at the right moments in the right times, so I don't have to fight the hard ones. Because I know I'm not good enough to just brute force it all the way. And I think you have not been on that like strategy run as much as I have.
Not as much, but I have learned quite a bit from like when we stream.
Yeah,
game.
I've shown you a bit of strategy.
And you're like, oh, here's the ideal order for the cultist-based 9 rule mini things,
Cool.
and I still don't remember it, but
Okay, look at here it is. So if when you enter, this is the difficulty square. Okay. It might
Is
be.
there is there a notes? I'm like 27. Oh my god. Okay, you have the notes.
Yeah. So 0 is no enemies. 1 is not one. It means like least amount of enemies. 3 is like the hardest, and 2 is semi-hardest. The thing is though, it doesn't really matter that much because there's only one really difficult one, like really difficult in quotes. It can still catch you off guard. That's why it's important. But
it also doesn't matter because this is one of the easiest arenas in cultist based.
It is. It doesn't matter at all. I just when I first played it, I kicked down the third one, like the hardest one first, and I had like almost nothing, and it caught me off guard completely. So, in the rare cases, it might still be good to pick up the easier ones first.
Yeah, get some chainsaws in.
I had like no ammo. I had no armor and nothing, and I caught me off guard hard. All right.
This is not Portal Revolution related.
By the way, I can only half keep up with chat. If Rory could help me keep up with it, that would be very nice. And people can just repeat the same questions until I answer it. Don't worry.
No comments related to. Someone said I need to lock in.
Well, do that, I guess. Somebody asked me about my red shirt.
This
is a new red shirt. I got this for Christmas. It's got the Revolution logo on it. It's not the same one.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. It's not the same one as I had on... Yeah. My parents keep giving me Revolution merch. They're the only original source of Revolution merch so far. My family.
That's nice. Someone said they didn't like how Sterling was forcibly made evil because Amelia didn't explain herself as to why GLaDOS shouldn't be fixed, and the vacuum plot twist just made him feel non-threatening.
I didn't understand the question.
I don't know.
I mean, the whole idea with their dynamic that really only comes out in the end is Sterling and Connolly have like history, like Connolly built Sterling, but she can't take Sterling seriously as like a person because she's a human being. She programmed him, right? That is like as if I suddenly talk to a program I make as a person. That's like weird, right? We don't think of ChatGPT as a person either. It can respond properly, but the creators of ChatGPT don't see it as a real person with feelings because you understand it too well. You don't see it as a conscience, as a consciousness. And then there's a conflict, right? Because we as the players, we have suspended our disbelief enough that we accept a robot voice as a person, even though there's nothing for us to grab onto as that they're actually a person. Right? It's just because it's a video game we accept it. And that is, I think, a really interesting dynamic that I want to explore more in Revolution 2. It's really a shame that we only got that at the very end. But I think that's such good grounds to build on because it's got great like a moral dilemma that lets you the player think a bit more, right? Because no matter which side you're on, it's something you at least think about, and that's all you want to have at the end as a writer, right? Is that people think about your thing, to have attention at your product. This is the only thing that matters in the end.
Hey, Monty's here.
Hello.
Hi Monty, welcome, welcome. On my screen you're just
Hello.
M, R, and S. Because it's
Am
like
I?
this, it's a streamer
Oh,
mode.
right.
It cuts off the names.
That's good.
Is someone asked, is Portal Revolution 2 coming in 2026 or 2027? No.
Probably
No.
to. We can be happy if it comes before 2030, honestly. The thing is, I will probably have to go into like a full-time year at some point to ship it. That's what I did on Revo 1. I had like almost a full year. It was more like half a year, honestly. I took like half a year to just work on it full-time. And that was very much needed to ship it. And I think that's going to be needed in Revolution 2 at some point as well. Which is fine if you do it at the end of the game, you know. But right now it's just very slow going.
Portal Revolution 2 2027 or 2077?
For sure.
GTA 7 releases before Revo 2.
We're actually kind of worried about Half-Life 3 releasing before Revolution 2. That would be funny. I mean, we had the same joke about Half-Life VR releasing before Revolution, or before P2C, and we know how that turned out. Back in the days, you know, back in the days.
In those days.
So Monty, now that you're here, do you have an adult beverage as well?
I unfortunately only have water. because
Well,
I'm
then
responsible.
let's at least drink to that. I've got an adult beverage right here to celebrate 2 years, and to
What
end.
is it? It's like a.
It's a
I saw it on-
it's a pear spirit kind of
very
thing.
strange.
Don't know what it's called exactly in English, but it's very nice. So to that, Rory,
Literally got pear in
Monty.
it.
Someone said they don't think there's gonna be too many major Portal lore reveals or retcons in Half-Life 3.
Yeah, nah. But still, right? Like if they change shit, we have to adapt to that. So hopefully they either release it soon or after us, because anything in between, if they release it like a month before we do, that's gonna be bad for us. Because first it steals our show entirely. That would not be
Delay
good.
the game.
It could also be great. Like, I mean, the best way it could be, right, is that they announce it shortly after we announced ours, and then it releases like after we do, and then we have all of the Half-Life Valve hype around for us. That would be the greatest way, of course.
That would be perfect. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a double-edged sword though, because it could just steal all of our player base.
No, I mean, if they release after us, I mean. If they release
Ah,
like
well, yeah,
a
true.
month or two after us, then people would, you know, be in the Half-Life, in the Valve mood, and so much more attention we put on us. Because of that, I think it would be positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much like guaranteed. Unless it gets canceled, it's likely gonna release before Revolution.
I don't
Yeah,
think
well,
it
I'm-
would be cancelled. I don't think so. It's
Yeah, I'm worried
And,
because
like,
it seems
been a
too far.
while.
It seems too far. Like the timing. I've actually reread the final hours of Half-Life Alex.
Yeah.
The wording in there is like so fucking obvious. Like they're talking about future Half-Life games and about a small internal team that has been working on a game since like a year before.
Well, that was
Alex
Deadlock.
shipped. I don't think so. I don't think they would put that into
I
the
thought
final
that would have
hours.
been. Well, because I don't know. Everybody thought at the time that they were referring to Citadel, and then Citadel became Deadlock.
In the end, we have no idea,
And-
right?
yeah.
But yeah,
And especially in the 20th anniversary docs, where they said like, "Oh, there's more opportunities for Half-Life now than any time before." Like, okay,
yeah. Well, whatever.
they're gonna do it.
And just in case we have no information about this, like that you don't have, okay? Because I know
Yeah, this is all
people.
final hours and 20th anniversary.
It's just the general theorizing that people are doing. We're of course aware of it because we still love Half-Life and Port and everything. You know, we wouldn't be making 2 mods if we weren't fans of this.
And finally, maybe eventually Eric Wolpaw will get to make his Portal 3 script.
Maybe that would be good.
They released Portal
Please-
3. I think
Valve- said it-
Valve, if you're doing that, please call us.
Yeah, I
We're
would really.
professionals.
Third game, we're making a third one.
That's the only way they can get me to make a 3rd Portal game.
Okay, I don't
Valve,
want to.
honestly.
I don't want to derail this too much into Half-Life discussion because people are already only talking about Half-Life. So yeah, I don't
Be
know.
right
But
back.
what are we? Okay, I wanted to ask Rory something right now, and then he said he's gonna be gone.
Wait, what? Wait,
I
what?
mean, you do your thing, and I'm gonna ask you. Okay.
Okay, be right back.
Developer commentary, yes. On release, maybe not. The same. I wanted the same thing about Revolution 1 because I watched gameplay commentaries, like developer commentaries, so much to learn everything possible. Right, I loved watching those, or like listening to those, I guess. And I always wanted to make my own. I was super excited about it, of course. And then we released, and I just couldn't be asked to do it. I was just so fucking tired. It took me like a year to get that done, and it was a chore.
Mm.
What's your opinion on optical media? What is that question? Like,
What is your opinion, though?
I mean, it's janky as fuck.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I don't know. I actually haven't used a disc.
you have to get a spinning thing, and it's slow as hell. Like, solid state is a lifesaver. I do like physical media though. Physical media I like. I don't like the Nintendo Switch 2 model of you buy a cartridge that has like a download authentication code on it. That's lame.
Well, they used to have like, actual cartridges.
I think they still exist, but there are now
They still do.
code-only cartridges. That's like lame as hell. It's still better than
stupid.
only having digital though, because at least you can gift someone something on a holiday, right? Whereas with
Yeah, physical.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually gave someone a gift on Christmas that they requested, which was just a digital code for like The Witcher 3, and yeah, it's a old game by now. It wasn't in like 2016 or something. Don't know, but it was just a fucking
yeah.
code in the end. Like, it was so boring.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Okie doke.
Paul wants to know when you'll playtest as mod.
Don't put me on the spot like that. I can't just say never in a live stream. I know, man, you've never asked me about it since, so. I just gotta quickly check up on my squid farm here.
Squid Farm.
Yeah. You guys think I'm not grinding that, like having the Minecraft grind while live streaming? Nah,
Yes.
it never stops. It never stops. Let's see. Ah, that's
Which
looking
playthrough
good.
is this?
That's looking
Is this
good.
the same one from last time?
No, this is a different one. This is a different server. Look at that.
This is
That's
not-
some good ingot here. Yeah.
Beam's delayed.
Yeah, I could share my screen on Discord as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be better.
Alright. Back in the hole. Stocking up on ink sacks here. And get back to Revolution. Yeah. Port Revolution 2 gameplay leaked. This is why. Yeah, so
not that blocky.
anytime I'm not working on Revolution, you can be safe to assume that I'm playing Minecraft. So the best way you can make me more productive is to disable the Minecraft authentication servers. It's gonna release 10 times faster then. Native on Linux. Yeah, I'm actually working on Linux a lot. I still have to work on Windows for a few things, mainly work some remote desktop stuff for my job. Just don't really work on Linux that well. And Hammer. Hammer isn't great on Linux. But that is solvable, right? We have the code for it. So, and there are efforts to get that port done, but it's so much work. So, until those are done, I can't be fully Linux, but I am on Linux quite often. But anytime I have to map, I have to go back into Windows, and that's annoying as hell. I do plan to have a native Linux port that's actually good this time, which means that I have to learn Linux debugging and all that. For River 1, it was just... I didn't have the infrastructure at the time or anything, and it worked well enough on Proton that I just didn't see the point in having a native Linux port, right? Like, if it works perfectly on Proton, then why should I spend time making a native port that has, like, no difference? I'm just wasting I'm literally just burning my time. That is better spent on everything else, like playing Minecraft, for example. Someone's talking about the Minecraft sorting system. Great. Love that this is all diverging into different topics. Yeah, I don't have my Steam Deck here at the moment, I think, but I already played Revolution on the Steam Deck, and the perf was actually really good. Even with the new lighting technology, the performance was pretty nice. Super unoptimized scene, and that scene was super unoptimized, right? It was awful. The shadow maps there were ridiculous. But it already ran fine.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one.
There were also way too many panels in that scene. Like those panels are animated models and they're much slower to render than a static prop. So I think those actually slowed down quite a bit, because once I had them out of my sight, I was above 60 again.
I didn't think they'd be that performant or unperformant.
Nah, dynamic props are horrible, because you have to skin them, and they've got way too many tries and blah blah. Static props have a lot of optimizations to make them faster to render.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Hello.
Will there be 4 portal guns to top the 3 in Revo 1?
No.
I tortured Monty with more and more portal guns in this game.
We had to cut the last one because we had a red skin on it because making another model was just evil.
I mean, in the end, it was always meant to just be a phone case skin. It was never meant to be
I think we wanted a prototype version, like a.
That was the first idea, but yeah,
that was the first idea.
That was fine for me to pivot.
Changed it after.
Yeah.
The racing stripes.
The racing stripes, yeah, it makes it faster.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever go back to Portal 2, unless I'm making the climb part free, but I don't see any point to do that. I think it's kind of funny to leave it at
Portal
2.
2. I think Revo 2 is the climb part 4, technically.
Yeah, true. And I think it's just funny to leave it as like part 1 and 2. I think it's just poetic that way, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I don't see any way. And also just don't have this, like, I don't have the setup for that at the moment. I would have to get back into everything. For Evolution, I have such a deeply integrated setup for everything. I don't even know how Portal 2 modding is done nowadays. Yeah. So people asking about P2C and so we're on latest Stratosource engine, and it actually means that a lot of our features are already available in P2C and Momentum, like for example the ambient occlusion, which I wanted to ask Rory about.
Really?
Yeah. So you made an AO video, which is very nice. Have you read all of the comments there? Because people seem to be commenting a lot on that video.
I saw people seem to like it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
The one thing I am worried about with the inclusion thing is now that it's a thing in P2C
You're gonna
and
get bug reports.
people are using it, a little worried because it's not actually like at a
Finished.
stability that it can be used in a game.
Yeah, it's not
Because the
meant
idea was
to.
that Revolution will take a really long time to develop,
Yeah,
so I'd have time to make fixes over.
it's more
But
of a
now that it's in
preview
P2C,
feature. Yeah,
yeah.
there are.
That's why it's disabled by default.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Also, remember P2C is not released anyway, so
Yep. True.
anybody expecting like final features from an unreleased game that they received with a beta key, like, okay. Yeah.
Also, performance is
Yeah, it's not that
It's a
bad,
bit-
but I know that like theoretically it could be so much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not going back to beta. Strata is. It's sometimes difficult to explain how much better Strata is because there's so many like little things that you don't see at first that just make it so much better. Especially as someone who has been involved since the very beginning, and I knew exactly what I needed from the engine, so we added that stuff in, and now we're benefiting all from it. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat.
Yeah. Someone asked if POC ever does VR support. That'd literally be perfect. Oh god. I don't think that would be. Because Portal in VR is quite sickening though.
Yeah.
I feel. But that would never work. Unless you have good VR legs.
I don't have any plans for that in Rebel as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I definitely get that, Nuclear. It's for us, it's very different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not really here to talk about P2C because I'm not involved in that. We treat it as an engine. Yeah, that's why I'm more likely to say that we're using Stratosaurus because we're compiling our own binaries. We have certain things removed, certain things added that you don't have in P2C. So we treat it as a shared engine, and Revolution is just another game that uses the engine.
And if there's something broken, we can kind of fix it sometimes.
Yeah, we can always fix it. It just takes a lot of time and convincing sometimes. But we can't just make the fix only for Revolution and then it's fine. How many puzzle elements? Yes, let's get to the meat of these things finally. So, how many do we have right now, Monty and Rory? I think like 5.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of new ones.
We've got a lot of new shit in this game. Like, I didn't think I would make a sequel because I didn't know what I would put in it, right? Like, our ideas were exhausted. The pool of ideas that we had was already all realized. But yeah, we've got a lot of new elements, and I'm pretty happy about all of them. I don't want to say much about it because I think it's gonna be very cool. Most of them have been prototyped already. Some of them have not been. That's why I'm a bit hesitant to talk about it, right? Because it's been prototyped in my mind. But I think I'm also pretty good at detecting flaws in theory before we have to test them out. But of course, I will never skip playtesting. But yeah, we've got a lot of new test elements. So we will be reusing the Schrödinger's cubes. And I think the shower is used in one puzzle so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the power switches as well. Like, we're basically trying to reuse elements that felt like they didn't get as much attention as they needed. Like, if we feel like some element hasn't been fully explored yet, then we're gonna bring it back. I don't think we're using vacuum tubes at the moment because those already feel well explored. There's also not gonna be a monoportal puzzles because we already did it, and there's not really a reason for us to do it again. Yeah. Yes, Muffin, I agree. Like, if I'm thinking about, there's other mods that add like a single element and it gets, one chamber of use and then it's gone again. We're not doing this stuff. We have a solid set of new test elements that can fill an entire chapter, and honestly, so far, with like one of the elements that is like the first or second chapters, we've still not fully exhausted it, and it's already so long, so it's gonna be difficult to hold us back, I think. We've gone too far with this stuff, because, I hate when people talk and promise shit without actually showing anything, so I'm aware of that I'm doing that right now, but, yeah. I think it's important just
That's
to...
how Val feels.
Yeah, I think it's important just to show that we didn't come to this from a perspective of, oh, let's make a sequel, what should we do, and then figuring out from there, like I did on the first game, where I want to make a Portal mod. I have no idea what it's gonna be, but I want to make one, because that's not a great way to approach it. This way was, I really don't want to make another Portal mod. But I keep having ideas. I keep having so many ideas, and it's now a full game. Well, let's do it, I guess. That is how we approach this one.
Yeah, the way we're doing it as well now, I think it's like more structured as well. Because the other one was like, sort of go, make it up as we go along.
There was a lot of hand waving. Oh yeah, the ending is gonna be sort of like this. No idea, really.
Yeah, we didn't know until like what the actual ending was gonna be until.
Yeah, it's not how you make a game. We learned from that, and then the new one, we've got shit figured out. Yeah, like it's like Monty's saying. I keep mixing up your names. I don't know why.
I don't know how you do it. Why?
I don't know either.
Completely different places.
But yeah, we've also been changing the structure and the story a whole ton again lately. Like we cut like 2 whole chapters because they didn't work out well.
A lot of stuff, big stuff, yeah.
Yeah, something that felt integral to the plot, but really isn't in the end. It was just cool story moments that have no gameplay behind them.
Yeah, kind of a trap I think a lot of mods fall into.
Yeah,
so I think we got out of it.
So we just cut
Will
that.
the mod have hype moments and aura?
I think it will have hype moments.
Oh, yeah.
If I have anything to do with it, I'll make sure.
One fizzler for every color in the visible color spectrum. Who told you? Who told you?
Leak, ban him.
You're gonna have a panorama UI panel with like a cheat sheet, and you can enter in a hex code, and it gives you the usage.
yeah. Gotta print it out on like a laminated little sheet.
So literally over 3 million.
3 million test elements in this mod.
Incredible.
That's how good.
Emphasis on the 3 now.
We could also do 10 colors of bit depth, then we'd have over 1 billion.
Ah, true.
No, even better. R16, G16, B16, A16.
Yeah.
The alpha useful.
The alpha, yeah. What about a floating point?
It would be hilarious.
Yeah,
it would be hilarious if like you had like fizzlers that were the same color but different like transparency levels, and they did completely different things.
They are just like they're like hashes. Like if you change one little bit, it's completely different.
Randomly generated like content.
Randomly generated.
No,
AI generated.
See, this is how we get ideas for this mod. We should post around, and then we get an idea. Maybe we could have a test like that as a joke, in the game.
Yeah.
No, it's just it asks ChatGPT to generate a V script, and that's the based on the color.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a single custom fizzler in the mod so far.
Technically, the water does count.
I'm gonna.
But it's
That's not a custom fizzler. That's like shower. That's very different. All right, gonna make an issue for Rory to program the infinite fizzlers.
Shit.
Get on that.
what is giving Rory the impossible task.
Yeah. Estimate infinite.
I
Somebody's-
fixed. By the way, I did fix the issue where with the cube map building
Yay! Cool.
after
Oh,
3 people.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, who? Yeah,
One single line. If building cube maps don't ambient occlude.
Yeah. If I mean, nobody's better QA than real users, so that's good.
Yep.
So somebody asked about how we create characters. It's so. Yeah, I like to keep the amount of characters to an absolute minimum, as few as they have to be. Especially in a game like this, more characters are just annoying to deal with. Not just like production side, you have to make a new model, blah blah blah. Like how do they walk around with you, right? It's awkward as hell if you have multiple cores on the same rail traveling along. Like you can make a joke out of that for one bit, but you can't do that with like 3 characters the whole way. And also most of the times character like yeah, like if we need some other character to fulfill a purpose in the story, then we're gonna add it. But yeah, other than that, I don't add new characters for no reason. I rather have few characters that have really lots of facets, and you can bend a single character in so many different ways that they almost feel like 3 characters. Because people have multiple sides to them, right? And they show different sides at different points to different people. You don't have to make it literally like a multiple personality disorder, but just like you also don't act the same to your friends as you do to your parents, as you do to your boss, right? And that's an interesting, interesting dynamic. That's far more interesting than having a single personality person and then having 5 of those that all just have one trait.
Yeah, kind of layered.
So you're saying you're not going to have the adventure core
No.
Never.
or the fact core?
It's
Definitely
also
space core though.
like Portal has
Space core.
Portal has also just always been very minimalistic with the amount of characters they have. So, right, yeah, it's just traditional as well.
Someone suggested a game featuring every single core from Meet the Cores.
Yeah, wouldn't be great. Can tell you that. I mean, that is what Portal 2 was originally gonna be, right? They're gonna have like multiple cores that you meet for a bit, and then they're gone again. And then they figured that out it doesn't work, so they put them all into Wheatley.
They already did the playtesting on that one for us. So.
Yeah. Yeah, engineer Samuel, I agree. Like, if you turn that into like a joke, it can work again, right? But if you're trying to make a movie with like a big cast into a game like Portal, it wouldn't work. Like I've been watching a series, Money Heist is the worst name on English. Like what the hell? And that has like a big ensemble cast with like a multiple robbers, robbing the Bank of Spain. And they have a lot of different characters, and they're all interesting. That wouldn't work in a Portal game because you've just got too many people.
Yeah.
It works in a
Also,
movie
a movie
much
as a
better.
whole always.
Yeah,
it's always character in movies.
Yeah.
It's no gameplay. So.
Yeah, exactly. I've done some Gmod mapping, some CS:GO mappings, a little bit of Half-Life 2 mapping, but it was all in like early days really. Since like 2020, I've not touched Hammer in another game. Nuclear, I mean, you can try if you want to. Go ahead and find 8 voice actors.
The same quality level, yeah.
Most mods have trouble finding one good voice actor. Like the fact that we lucked out with 2 good ones is like a miracle.
You gotta get Steven Merchant to play 10 different cores in a Portal mod.
That could work. Like again, if you turn it into a bit that they're like all like sort of the same character with like like a clone, or with a slightly different personality, like the Bad Batch in Star Wars or something, it could work again, right? Like, you just have to be creative about it.
Other North voiced all the other cores in Portal 2, so it could work.
It's also kind of funny whenever I see Steven Merchant in like a movie, and
You can't think of
I
anything
just
else.
think Wheatley,
Yeah.
I've never honestly
even
seen
if
him
he's
in
doing like a
anything else.
completely different.
He's only on British TV, like TV shows, and like comedy stuff.
He's in Jojo Rabbit, where he plays Nazi general.
Yeah.
That's a very good movie.
It's a very good movie.
But it's also the movie where Wheatley plays a Nazi general.
That's fun. Nuclear. I think the point is also that, does the story benefit from multiple characters? Usually no. Usually less is better. You know, less is more. One of my favorite movies is I Am Mother. It's an Australian film from like 2019.
That, yeah.
It's got such a minimalist cast, and it makes it really good.
The Portal, the robot, the mother is like such a Portal.
It
like,
feels very aperture, yeah. Like,
yeah, I love it.
yeah, it feels very aperture. That's what makes it. Yeah. Alright, let me just play some Revolution, I guess. This was such a fun area to build. I've talked about this endlessly already, I think.
My favorite part, I think. Like, looks-wise.
Yeah, it's really solid. It's just so heavily directed, and like visually it stands out with the color palette. It's something you don't really see in Portal 2. Mixing together shredders, these conveyor belts, the trash chutes, and the big fan, it just comes together nicely. This is the kind of stuff I want to get into more in Rebel 2, finding like interesting things to look at, like interesting locations, because I think a lot of Portal mappers, myself included, start out making like really boring areas, honestly. Like, I made an office. Cool. That is what I did for like 5 years. But once you've seen an office, you've seen them all, right? So I'm trying to figure out ways to make interesting locations, and it's not that easy. Can I fall? Yeah, I can't fall here. Okay. It's not very easy. It's very difficult, but it's very rewarding. Like, this area came together after like 4 attempts or so of trying to make this map. Eventually, I recycled the pit from one map, the fan from another. I looked at Portal 2 and found these trash chutes. I took these from somewhere else that was cut content, and just smashed them all into one, and it worked out.
Especially from the balcony, where you first walk in, it's like...
Yeah, especially from up here.
I like hyper, like, edited that, like, little vista thing, like, so much. Like,
yeah, it doesn't look the same right now because we've passed through triggers, but yeah,
turns off the particles.
You did a lot of lighting fine-tuning here.
Yeah.
It's also some very nice small foreshadowing for you're gonna be there at the end.
Yeah. It's because the bloom in like Source.
Yeah, Source bloom
like,
is
really,
not
bad.
Easy. No. It's hard to make look good.
Yeah, you have to fake it.
I think those don't explode. They just kind of. I mean, why would they explode? It's a chair. Kind of just gets lost. Yeah, just falls through there. The others explode though. If you could change a section, I would extend the ending a bit. I guess, like chapter 8. Make that a bit longer. Build up a bit more. Because there are hints. There have always been hints at Sterling not being trustworthy. People just don't pick up on them. And then it seems like a huge change. I think I tinted these red.
Are they,
They are tinted red, yeah.
yeah, is that probably because of the lighting? I don't remember.
You can see it there, kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also, by the way, I found a fun Easter egg. You guys have never seen this one. I didn't see it either until today.
What's that?
Let me open an A1 map. Underscore advanced, that's a community map, I guess. Because I didn't make an advanced chamber. If you turn around, guys, it's it's Port Revolution. It's always been there.
Oh, the stream's lagging.
Yeah, it's behind for you.
Oh my god. True.
No
It's Port
way.
Revolution, guys.
Poor relationship. It's been in the works since 2011. Look at that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Valve was actually teasing.
Yeah. They're just so clever. They knew that we were going to make Port Revolution, and they put a little Easter egg for us.
Yeah, or they're really upset now. They took the red color palette from us. They did it first. That's what we wanted to make
Imagine if that
Portal
was the
3
plan
for.
for
Well,
Portal
now
Portal 3,
now
just
it's
like, oh,
now
yeah,
it's cancelled
red now.
because we can't market it. We have to cancel it now.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Someone asked, what do you think of other Portal mods in development? I don't think he does.
I don't think anything because I don't follow other people's mods. Yeah,
I'm excited for a few.
it's not personal. It's just I don't have time to. I don't know. Man. Look, I've been modding this shit for so long. Like, yeah.
The last one. No more after this.
No.
Real game.
Yeah. Gotta make that other game.
Real.
Yeah.
Also, the only test chamber with no portals at all.
Hydro something.
Don't spoil.
No spoilers.
So yeah, it's got no portal. I think that's people are a bit like caught off by that, and I think that's a positive because it makes you think without portals for once. And that's like something. Sometimes you have to just not use a portal, right? Most of the time
Yeah, I
you
think
do, but sometimes, so, yeah, people are so hyper focused about I have to solve this with portals, and here you can't do that. And anytime like a puzzle lets you like sort of, it puts you out of your autopilot zone and actually think about your environment. I think that's good because it keeps it fresh.
Portal community, try to think without portals challenge. Impossible.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
That's what people talk about. Yeah, I don't want to talk about other mods really because it's so bad spirited of me to like pick favorites or shit on one mod and pick another. Like, what's the point in that, right? I do keep up with the Desolation guys a little bit more because we've started around the same time. And we've already collaborated on Portal Revolution 1 a little bit. They made like a teaser poster for us, or for us to put into the game, that teases some stuff about Desolation. I have no idea what it's teasing, honestly. They just gave us a PNG and we put it in. Yeah. But yeah, we're keeping up a bit more, like to not step on each other's toes and stuff like that. But other than that, there's no collaboration or rivalry between us and any other mod. We're kind of just in our own little bubble making this thing. I like this map a lot because it's got these like little in-between areas that
Yeah.
makes the area feel a lot more interconnected.
How interconnected everything is. Yeah, look at that. You can see the test chamber from here.
I like the little
I still need to
exterior thing.
beat all of the other Portal mods that exist. There's so many.
I mean,
And
there's
I've
many that
barely even touched the workshop.
me neither. I've not played much Workshop. I played some Portal 1 mods back in the day. I didn't play much Workshop though. I played some, of course, but like not much.
I gotta be reloaded finally.
If not
I'm like
beaten it either. It's not. It's not my
two-thirds of
cup
the
of tea.
way.
It's not really my gameplay that I.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Portals are complicated enough.
Yeah.
And you mix like time stuff into it.
It's just not personally my cup of tea, but nothing against the mod or any people who like it.
No.
I thought it was pretty fun,
Look at this.
at least
Monty.
from what I played.
Monty, look at this. Unacceptable.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. Makes me ashamed. God, yeah. I never knew how bad, like, how low poly and, like, decrepit.
You didn't realize it until you fixed it.
I didn't until I fixed it, and now no one will notice what I did, so it's
Yeah.
come full circle.
Nah, we do notice, we do notice. Yeah,
We'll have
Monty,
to put a
Monty
big
has
light on
been,
it with a sign that says, look at the new model.
Monty has been working on a remake for the pedestal button as like the first test
SPBR thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks really good.
Metals don't work.
You can already see it in the AO video.
Yeah, you can
I
see
also
it.
remade these recently, and they were so much nicer, more higher resolution. Yeah, just a lot of
Yeah,
remaking.
the science. Yeah,
shit. Yeah. A lot of just
parallel.
remaking stuff to make it look better.
Mm.
Going fully into PBR.
They're going to bring up the graphical fidelity in this new one.
Oh yeah, it's
Based render.
It's gonna be like
it's gonna be
'cause it's-
insane,
yeah.
honestly. Like all
Yeah,
of the
the
shit we
difference-
can now do. Like looking back at this, I get the memories of how difficult it is to light
yeah,
this
like
stuff.
barely any like specular on the walls and like
And you
like that
just
in
couldn't.
the
You just can't do
couldn't do it.
specular. Yeah, like this would already have specular reflection in River 2.
yeah you
It
get
would
some nice
make it feel much more 3D.
yeah and also no ambient occlusion on the no SSAO, so flat looking. But yeah.
Someone said, "You and your dev texture blockouts, what the hell is that?"
I think that was in response to Nuclear, because they've been talking about wanting to play just Revolution 2 in its current state, which is all blockouts.
Which is nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be very fun.
I actually thought it would be interesting to look at some screenshots, because I saw some like Revo 1 screenshot was very interesting. Do you guys remember the pill? The
Pill.
Fizzler sphere? Let me actually stream
Oh god,
on,
yeah.
let me actually stream on
Yeah,
Discord
yeah,
as
yeah.
well. This is the Fizzler sphere. The Fizzler
Oh my
sphere is the
God.
next frame, I think. There we go. It opens up
There
the
it is.
Fizzler sphere, yeah.
That became the I took that around with it.
I mean, this is how you start, right? You like not everything is done all the time, so you just start with something,
Yeah.
some
I really
bullshit, and then you just fix it later.
the old little elevator thing. I really wanna like learn design. I feel like that's like one limiting like factor is like design.
Designing on the fly while modeling is difficult. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to like try and get into like very basic like drawing and.
I think you did a
looking
really
some
good
videos
job
on-
on that model, though. You did a really good job on it. I was surprised. How quickly
Yeah,
that
I
came
think
together.
looking at it now, I feel like I could have done a lot differently. I would have not textured it all as like a UV unwrapped model and then textured in Paint. I would
That's a
have done
technical
more, like,
detail, but to me, you
It is a technical thing.
You match the app like the Portal aesthetic really well, which is
yeah,
difficult.
I had that. Yeah, I know how to like mimic the style of Portal, but like actually like.
Yeah,
the
but that
design
is
was,
not easy. I mean, you know, with the stuff we're modeling right now, we're struggling with that. Figuring out how to make
Yeah.
it look like Portal while making it different as well.
And a whole new style as well. We have some more unique styles as well that we have to basically like come up with and.
The moon stuff is gonna be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's another.
I have a.
This is
That's
what
that's
some
what's
people
that?
see as the hardest chamber in the game.
Which one? Oh, yeah, it is. It is the harder puzzle.
Let me just load it up so people can see it.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it. But...
Yeah, it's the first block out for that.
Oh, wait, I forgot this whole history. This is actually my second favorite.
Because you didn't work on it. You did work on it. You did work on it so much.
You
You did this
a little bit
pipe.
of
You did a lot of
I did
details
that,
here.
yeah.
You did-
The bird animation. Come on,
You
the most important
animated
part
the
of
bird.
the whole thing.
And you modeled the rock in the distance. You did work on this a lot.
Yeah,
But
I did a little bit. Yeah,
basic structure was laid out by me, but then you
yeah.
added a lot of visual
Yeah, the
polish on
lighting
top
is
of
very
it. The lighting
Yeah.
was such a happy accident.
Yeah,
Well, it
yeah,
wasn't really an accident, honestly. Like I really forced that, but it's. I'm happy that it worked.
This room as well. I thought that. Oh, the lighting on here. And, oh.
Inspired by inside.
This is like one of my.
like everything.
Yeah.
Right, so it's not this chamber. Let me actually go fly there, just straight away.
Yeah. She hit the triggers. There you go.
Here, it's this chamber here. You can see the catapult here. It used to be even more complicated. It used to have a light bridge for some reason. I always
I completely forgot. Yeah.
the puzzle was always centered around that you have to throw the cube through this fizzler here. That's actually not survived, I think. No, it hasn't.
No, they definitely got removed.
Because the fizzler ended up being not useful, yeah. But the whole idea was you have to turn the power off to turn the fizzler off, and then you can fling it through to turn the fizzler back on, and so on. But there was so much garbage here. The thing that existed for so long was these two platforms, because originally you had to like fling the cube, and then hold it in stasis in like a going in and out of the floor portals, and then you turn the power off. Yeah, because you have to fling it first, turn the power on, keep them in stasis, then turn it off again, then fling it through. But I just got rid of those because I couldn't figure out how I could block you from placing the portal there while the power is on, right? Like while the power, while the power is on. In the end, I just ended up blocking it by blocking it with glass. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, but
Those are the simple things you don't think of.
yeah.
I remember there was one like thing we had a problem in the gel map where we first introduced the water fizzler, what do you call it? Shower. And the solution was in the second chamber. We just moved the floor down, and everything. It fixed like everything.
Yeah, it was a weird solution.
Yeah, so it's the
Yeah.
simplest things you don't never think of.
I also ended up liking this much better because now we have like these 3 lanes. There's like one lane here,
Yeah.
and another one over here. And that always helps to make a puzzle like feel a bit simpler if you have these lanes. They don't cross over as much, then they feel like this is one part of the puzzle, this is another part of the puzzle, and this is another part of the puzzle. And you sort of have to do like one after the other. Whereas before, when it was here, it was like a bit intertwined. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little geometry thing that I like to do. Actually, in the map that you mentioned, I have the same thing. SPA2, it's Paint Fizzler.
Fizzler. That one.
It is called Fizzler, actually. Funny.
Yeah.
Look, this.
I love the upside down videos.
Yeah, I also gave this a shadow to like show the elevator opening. Put it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went through all of these elevators and made custom instances for a lot of them. I don't think every single one has a custom one, but you don't notice it. If 2 are the same, you don't notice it. If 10 are the exact same destruction, you do start to notice it a bit. You're talking about the second one here, though, right?
Yeah. Where it's like the floor. I think was it either the floor button you changed or was the floor you moved down?
No, I turned it into a floor button. Yeah, because otherwise you could stand here and let the gel through, right? You could. Yeah, because originally this was a Paint Fizzler, so. Can start it.
Fizzle.
Okay.
Say what AI.
Host time scale. When you're deaf and playing stuff for the 20th, yeah, my keybinds are gone for some reason. When you're playing your mod for the 1500th time, it's
Yeah.
So this was a Fizzler originally, an orange Fizzler, and it had a slightly different property. it would block gel, but it would also fizzle you portal shots that go through it, I think. But it wouldn't fizzle cubes that you go through, and it would also fizzle your portals. Yeah, so if you place a portal here, and you went through, it would fizzle the portal, and this whole thing was meant to show that, because the original solution was that you carry this cube out. That teaches you, okay, you can carry it through there, and it cleans it, and then you put it on the button, which was a normal button. And then this wouldn't work already. This would be fizzled because you walked through it. So you had to walk back in, place the portal now, and now paint it, and then go through here, right? That was the original thing. But then we changed it visually into a shower, and then it didn't make sense anymore that it has that it fizzles your portals, or it blocks the portals, which was kind of sad. But I mean, like,
it never changed anything.
Yeah, it didn't change anything really. It only changed this intro puzzle, which was meant to introduce this mechanic, but we don't use it, so who cares? We should have made it so this cleans it, but it would have been too annoying, I think.
That would have been nice.
It's not submerged enough for it to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just changed. But then the issue was, when this is a normal button, you can't just place, like, you can just not take it out here. Right, you can skip the whole I'm learning that this cleans the thing. You could put it on there and then stand on the button and bring it through. And this is what playtesters actually did, so that was not good. Because it skips the whole point of this element and it doesn't teach you what it does. So luckily the fix was just to... We had some crazy ideas for how to fix this. In the end, we could just change this out to a floor button and it was done. That was so lucky.
Yeah.
Usually it doesn't end up being this easy. Yeah, so now the thing is you can't stand on there yourself, so you take it through, put it on there, pre-place this portal and then it paints it. Which is also kind of fun that it is like painted while it's on there. You take it off and go about the rest of the puzzle.
Someone's asked 5 times about interesting playtester stories.
Oh, I did fucking hit. Yeah, Rory, do you have an interesting playtesting story for Revolution 2? First map, maybe?
The time that I... okay. They're never gonna let
Have
me
you
live
even
this
gotten past that?
I haven't... Well, I got past it after you
Okay.
explained it.
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah, so
I
Rory
haven't
was
tried it again since.
Rory was playtesting
So
Revolution 2.
I had to...
There you
Yeah,
go.
I had to playtest Revolution 2. And the first puzzle of the game... So like, oh, record a video of you playing through the puzzle. And he said, like... I eventually said, like, sorry, I couldn't figure... I got stuck on the puzzle. Here's what I had so far. And it's like, why is it 2 hours long?
Yeah, and funnily enough, I completely forgot that that puzzle even exists. I thought you got stuck on the second puzzle.
Dope.
Because that one is actually ridiculously difficult. And confusing. And I was worried about that already. Then I thought, okay, you got stuck on that one. Good. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. And now you got stuck even earlier. So yeah, that puzzle has been changed.
Yes, why is the YouTube video 2 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not great if people get stuck on the first.
Didn't
puzzle.
you improve it though?
I did improve it a bit. Yeah.
You said you... Yeah.
It's that puzzle's gonna be reworked anyways because it currently features a test element that I don't want to have in there because it doesn't make sense, like lore-wise, for it to be there. And I'm not really attached to it anyway, so I can get rid of that element.
Yeah, I am immensely dumb when it comes to Portal puzzles, which is part of the reason I haven't played as many Portal mods as...
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think many Portal modders are not good at solving puzzles. Even good puzzle designers aren't good at solving puzzles often, because we usually...
I guess I just don't play many puzzle games in general.
Yeah.
Portal is kind of the exception.
Yeah.
But I just like replaying Portal 1 and 2 over and over and over again, like already knowing that.
Yeah. There's also a cool little area here. I don't know who made this instance. Does somebody know who made this instance?
I think I did. I can't.
Did
I
you?
think I must have made it.
Because I didn't
think
make
so.
it, and I've been reusing it so much.
I
'Cause it's such
think I
a
did,
weird.
yeah.
It's such a weird like T shape, and
Yeah.
it's so awkward, like that it's perfect.
Oh yeah, it's like that Greeble of Love you rave
Oh,
about.
the green. It's here.
Perfect. Yeah, there it is. That fucking horrible thing. That horrible thing.
I didn't know I put it there.
You put it everywhere. You put it everywhere.
I didn't put
It's-
it. I put it in like two places, I think.
Would you like to explain what a Greeble of Love is? Well, I like to say the Greeble
This
of
is the Greeble
Death
of
and
Love.
Despair.
That's what we should call the remake of Revo 2.
Ian Hubert has affected your brain, because
Yeah.
it's
So
always good in Blender renders.
there's a visual effects artist and director and filmmaker and everything guy called Ian Hubert. He makes like Blender videos and he's used Blender for like 20 years or so, like since version 1 or something crazy. And
Yeah.
he still makes like his web series where he shows on his Patreon the entire process of making everything, and it's super, super informational and just fun to watch. And he released this prop, which he called the Greeble of Love, because a Greeble is just a tech thing that looks like it has detail, like it is visually present, but nobody knows what its purpose is. Right, like Star Wars is well known for this, where the surface of the Death Star is just random crap, sort of, that it doesn't look like anything
the
in
ships
particular.
themselves.
The ships themselves have
model
more design,
kits.
but the surface of the Death Star, yeah. So those are Greebles, and this is like one of the Greebles that he made and put everywhere, and he released it on Patreon. So I thought, as a little thank you, homage sort of thing, Easter egg kind of thing, I put it in here. And I placed it in like a few areas, but Monty is not happy about this model at all.
I had to fix the model because it was so busted. It was just, it was so
Yeah.
it was. I don't know what's wrong with it. I can't remember what was wrong with it, but it was just.
It had
was
like
just
flipped.
Some faces were backwards.
It had like flipped
Flipped
normals,
normals.
everywhere.
It was. Oh, it was. I had to mirror it. It's actually mirrored. The original actually isn't. But this one's mirrored because it was that broken, and I thought, you know what, it's fine. It looks good now. But yeah, it's.
But yeah,
It's
I
alright.
placed it in a few areas. I think it's still a very cool prop, honestly. The texture is horrendous, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah, you're not supposed to look at it from like close up.
But yeah, like if you're further away, it looks fine. And
I
and
thought
that's what it's meant for.
Greeble was like a commonly accepted term, but it turns out that it's actually like whenever I use the phrase Greeble in a sentence, people act very confused.
It doesn't seem to. Yeah,
Wait, I thought it was-
I thought so as well. But people,
Like
It's very
it,
normal.
when I
it
was-
is not that well spread. I mean, maybe in like visual effects communities, it is understood, but I still explain it every time I use it. When I, don't expect somebody to understand it.
Like when I was I was working on like a school game project, and there's an area in the level, and I asked one of the like, can we add some like greebles to this area to make it look more like techie and stuff? And they said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Monty,
Yeah.
did you make the dirty version here, or was it November?
I think it was November.
I think
don't
so
remember
too.
ever doing
But I think you made the
so.
original mask, right? The Better Fong mask.
I think I remember I edited the specular of it.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
made
mean.
it
You made the
for me.
Fong mask. Fong mask.
Yeah, I think I edited the Fong mask. I took the base tech and it's just
Because the
black and white,
the
and
aperture
it's
logo used to be just as specular, and it looked really.
It was very
cheap.
flat. I think I didn't like.
Yeah,
didn't like how flat it looked. So
same
I-
with the frame. It's at the same specular as the glass and
Yeah,
the
I
Apple
changed
logo,
it.
and that just looked wrong. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
yeah,
It's just
You
the
get
tiny
values,
little
right?
improvements you make.
yeah.
That like individually maybe people don't notice, but overall it just adds to it, like to the game as a whole.
Someone asked, what are some interesting bug stories you have from early dev? I'm guessing of Revo 1.
Interesting bugs.
I remember, like, it's so long ago.
God, I mean, there's been so many weird solutions and things.
Random floating stuff from previous maps.
Oh, that was annoying as hell.
That was really annoying.
It was still in this. It was still in the engine when we got back to latest strata for some reason.
Oh god,
that was crazy. Yeah, so there was a bug in the engine because there have been different sorts of code areas in the source engine of how it transitions certain entities to the next level after you finish it. Like in Half-Life 2, if you transition to another level in a certain radius or something, it transitions all of the entities with you. And Portal 2 doesn't do that at all. But it does it somewhat, sometimes with like the portal gun. It's weird as hell. I don't even understand it. But yeah, sometime in Strata something was changed and it just transitioned entities to the next level when they shouldn't.
yeah,
And that was so strange and weird to figure out.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
They have
I have
whole, like,
screenshots for it, but I don't know if I can find
images. Yeah.
I gotta head out. I got
Alright.
class. And
Well, see you.
Alright.
See you, Rory.
see ya.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I don't think I can find it now. If I find it later, I'll show it. But I have another screenshot here. This is an early version of the
Oh yeah.
Schrödinger. What did I call it in the end? Schrödinger
I remember.
tower. What did I call it?
No, it was
Vertical. Okay.
vertical. That's like red gun.
Yeah.
Oh well, this only regards you anyways. I just want to say
Yeah, this one here.
bringing us this far.
I mean, the puzzle hasn't honestly changed a lot since then. I think. Maybe in tiny
No.
ways, but not really in a major way. Here's the prototype of the previous map I just played.
Oh,
I mean, the whole transformation process of this is on YouTube as a live stream, so if you're curious, that's still up there. How this was decorated.
because I look at like Revo 2.
Oh, I have a
And, like,
screenshot here.
Ooh,
On the
there it is.
in the spire, this door would just appear floating in the air because if you transition from a previous map, it would keep this door around for some reason. That was such a fun bug. Fun in air quotes. Look, bugs are always so fun for players, but for the dev who has to fix it, it's not fun. We have a very different reaction when people ask if we had any fun bugs. We have like, no, none of them are fun.
Bugs, no such thing.
They're not fun,
Yeah.
no.
Especially when you have like a few weeks to release.
Oh yeah. I mean, this was all like
Huh.
June 2023, so it was already pretty close to release.
Yeah, I can't remember much about the last few weeks of release. The final hours of Port Revolution, you could say. But
Yeah. I mean, I've got such a
So-
big screenshot archive.
Mm.
Yeah, here I was really
oh yeah.
amazed about
Oh, wow.
how HDR properly reacts to the translucent glass here, because this is like a sort of black glass, so it actually drops the exposure of everything behind it properly, revealing the detail in the sun, while under here it's overexposed.
Yeah.
And that is like exactly how it should look, and I was positively surprised by that.
Some programmer, although the old destroyed portal gun as well, right?
Oh yeah, the old destroyed portal.
Where he
gun.
did that.
Yeah,
Got the dirt mask on it. Yeah.
got it done in the last half year or something. Jesus. Yeah, it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
acts like sunglasses in a way, right? Like sunglasses drop the
Yeah.
exposure. That's how they don't blind you. And that was really cool to see that it works.
Some
Yeah,
programmer.
here I have. This is when I first prototyped having
What the
multiple portal gun models. Because I had to program that whole thing into the engine, so I just used the Half-Life 2 pistol without any textures as the test weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Werewolf just said, Stefan, hearing you have so many screenshots, post Revo 2, a both game published retrospective art book might be a good fundraiser. God, having it's like a digital thing maybe. But I don't know how you could spin that into a full like book.
There's a lot of things I would like to do, but
Yeah.
remember that we're just like doing this in our spare time, kinda. And I'm not ready to go like too commercial
still a hobby.
with this right now. Until we know whether we can sell the game, I don't want to do any like fundraising, because fundraising and then selling it as a mod is a bit too much, I think. This was a fun bug, wasn't it, Monty?
Oh god.
I still
God, yeah.
didn't
This is-
figure
this is
out the
Rory's
fucking
model, but I can't.
Rory
I
made
think
it
I think
clean.
the problem is that
Yeah.
I think the problem is that you have to parent the collision model, and I think it wasn't parented properly.
Something
Or maybe
didn't
the
work.
bones
The
had
collision
some-
model
'cause
was just
I remember
always
having-
rotated. I have no idea why. I
I had a problem with this in like the laser models. The laser catcher had a similar like offset
Yeah.
thing.
I just said screw it and just made it in Hammer, the collision model, because it's a one-off
Yeah.
model thing. Like, what am I wasting my time for here?
So weird.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
fun.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, I have early
Definitely
UI
a fun bug.
screenshots.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I actually remember the old ones.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably like the first version of the UI.
Oh wow.
First like prototype. Literally just test white buttons.
Very basic.
Yeah, I think it played like a video in the background or
That's
something.
it.
Then I
It's the old one as well.
played around with some other stuff.
Ooh.
The white just didn't work to make it.
No.
Oh, this was me loading it in Portal 2 UI. I made it dark at some point, but it still didn't look great. Well, it felt too like sort of
Flat, I guess you could say, like-
flash gamey with the shadow and everything.
Flash game, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make something that feels like it's diegetic UI, something that like Aperture would have in
Yeah.
menus. So then I came up with this variant with the like dialogue with the tab here and the little thing on the bottom.
I love that a little bit, yeah.
The little,
They
little
put, I think
text
they put
there.
a
and,
trademark on it.
Yeah. The font isn't the final one though yet. This menu received so many changes.
Oh wow, yeah. I remember this.
Yeah,
I kind of wish we had to add this, but
I kind of like it still.
it was still so cool.
But
Yeah.
it ended up being too much. I think I would have kept it if I had a separate page for selecting a map, but because we didn't really have a good framework for routing between pages, adding a new page, like adding a sub page, would have been more work than I would have wanted to do at this point. It would have probably not been that
Yeah.
bad, but I just didn't. I just wanted to have everything in one screen for some reason. But I still
Also
kind
have
of
the
like
per
this.
map. Yeah.
That's what I mean, right? Like I wanted to have this map selection in the same UI.
Right.
I didn't want to have you have to click on the chapter first and then you can select the thing again. That's how we would have done it.
Yeah.
Change it to this here with the chapter on the left. This looks familiar probably. And then the thing here and
Spacing is all like.
yeah, button, and then to play other maps, I think. Oh, I did. Yeah, I had like these buttons here, but that just felt too like awkward. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like that a lot. Yeah. I took a break from the UI for a bit. I'm seeing right now, because it was functional at this point, so I wanted to do something.
Yeah.
In the actual game. But then I think days before release, I took another pass on this. Oh, I'm at commentary mode already. That's too late. Where is it? Because it actually went through a few more iterations. Okay, this is what it eventually ended up almost. Yeah, this is what it ended up being. Okay, with that dialogue. Combo box button here, drop down thing for selecting the map. That felt a lot
You
better.
can see the map as well.
Yeah, and you can see the map. That felt a lot better than having buttons for everything. Because it was just annoying, especially for localization. You don't know how much space you can use until you get all of the localizations back. But with something like this, you can just hide it. But there was one more iteration or two more iterations that I did. I cannot find them. Where is it? That was also fun. Like, nice spacing right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna find it now. But yeah,
No.
I tried more with I tried 2 more times to get the like big chapter cards to work, but with 8 was just an awkward number. Because how do you show 8 at once? They all have to be very small in the end. You can do 4x2 or 2x4 in the end, or 1x8 or something, but all of those are awkward.
Yeah.
4 columns and 2 rows felt the best. But yeah, it was also awkward because I wanted to not show the other chapters when I wanted to have a chapter locking feature, and it could have also worked, but it would have spoiled how many chapters we have. I mean, I think we still have that now, but yeah, I don't know. I think that was what I was thinking at the time. Is it this here? No, I already had the new one here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna find it now. Right. Oh my god! I just found something that stressed me the hell out. Oh
What was that one?
god! Remember this map?
Oh god, yeah, it was the yeah.
Oh boy, this
I remember-
stressed me out.
I remember this one, yeah.
Cascaded shadow maps is a shadowing technique that's better source that's Peter CS:GO introduced, but it doesn't render through portals properly because it focuses the shadow resolution around where you are stood.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, when you're looking through a portal, the shadow resolution will still be highest where you are stood, not where your camera is. So this is like a fixed screenshot or something. But if you look through here, you would have high-res shadows at the player's feet while looking through the portal, but not like in front of your feet as you see through the camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a portal right here, right? And this took me ages to fix. And this is when I fixed it, I think. I fixed this in November 2023, 2 months before release. Boy, that was late. That was so late. That really stressed me out because we couldn't ship with those shadows really. Only way we would have been able to ship is by cheating every single map that has sunlight to not show sunlight at your feet while you're going through it. That was the only way we would have been able to ship it, like as a workaround. I don't think this is even P2C at the moment, because this was hacked together for Revolution and it's got many problems.
Yeah, it's actually not in POC because I think it's like
I have not prepared it yet to work for
optimal.
more than like it doesn't work
'cause
for
we
co-op
also-
or anything. It's janky as
no,
well.
I couldn't do it.
It was just about enough for Revolution and that's it.
Yeah.
There may still even be some crashes that you can happen at some point, but I think I fixed them all. Yeah, that was really a frustrating thing to fix. In the end, I mean, I even got like the idea of how I need to fix it down really early, but for some reason it just didn't work because I was dumb as fuck. Yeah. And then it took me like 2 years to fix this. Oh yeah, I want to say good times, but
Was it good times? Oh god.
it was
just found
fun.
old-
I mean, I think to be fair, like it's stressful, but it was when we really came together as a team and were in like a big mode to push forward and release it, and that was like fun.
Yeah, there were moments.
Oh, this one.
Although I just found this image.
I was happy about your glass material here. Still looks very nice. It's like it actually looks like a plastic plexiglass thing for some reason, because it's like
Yeah, but
got this weird like artifacts.
normal
here.
quantization stuff.
Yeah.
Just the compression. Oh, look what I found. Horrific.
Why does it take ages to load?
That's weird.
Why is this taking so long? Oh, I see now.
Yeah.
Yeah, those normals were bad.
Yeah. I also found really old designs for the spire core as well. If you remember the original design.
Not really. I mean, it didn't really change that
Flash.
much. It changed a little bit, but not that much.
It changed quite a bit. I don't think you remember the old vision I had. It was so.
I found one old thing here.
That's an old one.
Yeah, but that is just like unfinished. It's not really an old design. The design stayed the same pretty much.
That's actually no. There's an older one I posted in.
Yeah.
Although
Just an AO sphere.
Yeah.
But it already looked nice, like, and important.
That was like the final design I came up with, but these were the.
I mean, we didn't have any ideas for more than 3 guns. It was already insane to do 3 guns. We thought about cutting the 3rd one, but we would have had to change the bit where you lose your 2nd portal gun. So we didn't want to do that. We did have different designs for the 3rd gun, but in the end we just needed something red. Oh, this I see now. Yeah, that didn't work out. It looked like a
Supercomputer.
It looked like a
quantum computer.
Yeah.
That was I got an idea. This is what I mean though, about the design. I guess it's just part of the process, right? You go through different ideas.
Yeah, you just throw things at the wall.
Things don't work. We didn't have a concept artist, so it was kind of difficult.
Yeah, that is where I think you either have to get really fast at modeling, so you can try stuff in 3D quickly, or you learn how to draw. For me, with maps, I've just pushed forward to try and make maps as quickly as possible, so I can get stuff done and fail quickly. Yeah. Yeah, it just felt a bit too repetitive,
too noisy,
and boxy, and like this.
What the hell is it supposed to be? That's another thing as well.
Yeah, Portal
Portal
Portal has these very organic round shapes, and this has like it's still round shapes, but they turn into boxy macro shapes.
Yeah,
it was a cool idea though.
I tried it. Yeah.
In the end, we had a bit of a simpler design, because I think it's also, I didn't want the focus to be up there. I want the focus to be on there, right? And I think that pulled too much of your focus
attention
up where it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because no one looks up anyway, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird looking back at all. I'm looking at all the screenshots I sent in modeling. It's just so weird.
Yeah, I'm also looking back, like here, early version of the portal gun.
Oh yeah.
Wall painting here.
The moss. I completely forgot I added
the
real moss.
That was. You didn't have to do that, Monty.
I know, but it was so cool. It was shell texturing. I'm gonna show you. Look. This is no one has ever noticed this in the game. I bet you.
No.
But it's
it's only ever in a dark corner. Yeah, but the color doesn't match. The color doesn't match.
What do you mean the color doesn't match? It looks great.
It's not the color that Portal 2 foliage has.
No, but see, I was playing a lot of Shadow of the Colossus, and I was wondering how they did the fur, and they do this. So I was like, oh, bro, I gotta do that. Because you can't do much. You can't do much in terms of source graphics. So
Yeah, it's difficult to do anything crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, most of the screenshots in the late months are just Spire mainly.
Yeah. Bit of Conley. Oh yeah, I found out during that modeling of the Spire that Gladys's eye is shifted to the left and isn't centered in her face.
Yeah.
That was a shocking moment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh, load.
Revolution 2 difficulty. I still want Revolution 2 to be very approachable and not be harder than Revo 1, like that you have to play Revo 1 to play Revo 2. I want it to be standing on its own 2 feet. I do want to have a better difficulty curve for sure, that it gets harder as you go along, better than the first one did. I do want to have harder puzzles that are like optional. That could be interesting. What I like about it is that it's easy to cut them, like from scope, right? Because we don't have to make them. That would be something I'm interested in. Whether we're doing that, who knows? But overall, I do want to have more involved chambers. I would say, like longer chambers, because a lot of Revo chambers have the issue that they're not even too easy, is that they're over too quickly. Best example, I think, is vacuum cube remove. This one here. See, in this map here, you pretty much do one thing.
I'm going to research this Spire thing while you solve the chambers.
You just put the thing on the thing, walk through, and then you're done. That was the whole puzzle. That is why later I actually updated the map to have a second door here, so you have to push it up again. Just to add a tiny bit more. It doesn't completely change the puzzle, but I think I already meant to do this. I just kind of forgot to do it. But that is mainly what I'm talking about, right? Like, it's fine if a puzzle is easy, if it's at least fun, because this at least lets you do something new. So it's fine if it's a bit easier. But if it stops right there, then it's a bit disappointing. It's also, yeah, this never gets built upon after this anyway. Like, there's no second chamber that uses this much more in a difficult manner. Yeah, that is the sort of stuff I would like to improve on. Mel puzzles aren't easy. I disagree with that. Mel puzzles have, I think the issue is they're just very. I always I refer to them as like circuit board puzzles, where you don't really do any interesting maneuver. You kind of just have to manage your portals and your cubes and your state of the puzzle in really intricate ways, and at the end you just get a cube to the end where it needs to be. But to get there, you have to do like a lot of stuff. But none of it is really a moment. That's what I call like a circuit board puzzle. And Mel is like full of circuit board puzzles, which I don't find very satisfying. Everyone's got very different preferences, of course, but I kind of also miss the old days of like Portal 1 mods, where a lot of mods were more raw, sort of, and like mechanics focused. They just give you a room full of turrets and some new mechanic to get rid of them, and you have to traverse the room in clever ways and get rid of them to get to the end. And you can totally like find the optimal route to get to the end the quickest, and then you can say, oh, it's not a hard puzzle because you didn't have to think that much. But that's just something like it's a game, right? It's meant to give you different kinds of challenges and keep you on your toes. And that's what I wanted to do with Revolution. I didn't just want to have one kind of puzzle. We have circuit board puzzles mainly in the first chapters, and then in the later they become more about the mechanics. Like the biggest circuit board puzzle we have is Chambers. This is like the most circuit boardy puzzle that we have. Where nothing here is an interesting moment or an interesting combination of test element, right? Nothing here really sticks out as a memorable combination or whatever, or geometry. And it's kind of just, you have to keep the state in mind of everything, figure out how to get a cube to a certain place. Yeah, nuclear, that is just your preference, right? And that is totally fine. Like, different people have different preferences. I think what I don't like is when people say that only one way is the good way. Like, no, different people want different things, right? And Revolution tried to have a little bit of everything. So we have some of the circuit boardy puzzles like this, and we have some of the more mechanics-focused, just fun puzzles as well, where you just fling around in funny ways. Like, as an example for that, right? I would use Schrödinger flings. Because this is not really difficult, it's just all vibes, all fun.
Question. Your new little blue friend. Who is she? The voice seems familiar. Alright, you can't respond. Maybe you can introduce me to her.
Like, first you enter the whole thing through the faceplate here that you never go back to. And then you jump like this and you fall through. So this is like, you have to find a way to close this, right? And these come in through there. Like, you could have just put a dropper right here. Would have been the same, right? But these like little, just a bit more fun vibes, right? That is kind of what I'm going for. And we just try to have a combination of different elements like this. So yeah, and then to solve this you have to fling a bunch like this, fling even more, and then place those two portals, which is more execution based than like logic based, and then close it in time. We could have, like, those turrets are the exact same thing as a, like, puzzle-wise, they're just a laser receiver, right? Just a permanent laser receiver. But hey, it's fun to burn shit, so yeah, there we go. You just burn some turrets with a laser, because this is not something you've never done before. You've never been able to just wield the laser at your own will like this. It's not something you can do in Portal 2.
I just think you got the gun and pull. So
Yeah. So that is what I mean, right? With like circuit board versus just like fun execution vibes based, and I like to have the combination.
yeah. We didn't get enough Schrödinger cube chambers. Yeah, it was kind of like late. Was it a late thing? I think it was quite when we added it in. It was always gonna be.
Yeah, it was just the last chapter. We already had
Fine.
had a mechanic earlier, but it was just the last chapter, so we worked on it on the latest. Yeah.
So we never planned it like from start to finish, so it was going along. That's one of the problems. But this time, there'll be more. Remember 2.
Yep. Lighting is cool with the orange.
I love the lighting, yeah.
Here and the little blue streaming in on the glass. I always like sunlight shadows on glass. It looks so good already.
Yeah.
Because
That
it
number as well.
cause it also shines through, so you have the detail behind it with some parallax and makes it look like complex.
Yeah. The only thing about glass and source isn't light. Like light doesn't shine on the other side. Which I don't know how you would render that, but
Right, yeah. Yeah, you could do a no-cull glass with single plane, but right, like don't have two planes, only have one plane and then have a no-cull material. They have it on both sides. But that's not optimal either.
yeah, it's difficult.
I mean, it like that dichotomy of do you want difficult and puzzles or easier puzzles is just a never-ending discussion, right? In the end, every game has a different target audience, right? And if you're not part of target audience, you're not gonna be happy. But you can't please everybody. And Nuclear, boy, it's fine if you don't like these puzzles. You don't have to. Like nobody forces you to like them. It's meant to be a celebration of what we have. And I've had so many people thank us for not making these insane, because usually mods have the reputation of just being ridiculously difficult and not approachable and friendly to the average person. And that's what Revolution tried to be. Revolution tried to be for everybody.
Well, 2's chambers weren't that difficult, you know what I mean? Like it's
Exactly.
the gameplay also came from the quirky voice acting and the writing.
Yeah, it's
it didn't make it ridiculously hard.
It's just about making presenting interesting new combinations of elements that just keep you engaged and not just fun. Because in the end, it's just about the fun, right? And if we also thought that if you really want to have ridiculously hard puzzles, the workshop has been overflowing with those for the last 10 years already. You don't have a shortage of crazy puzzles out there with obscure ass solutions, right? We don't need to reinvent that.
Yeah.
But
like the Risen map, that's
yeah, those are often very insanely logic focused.
Yeah.
I think it's also fine if not every puzzle is like as memorable as every other, right? Like you can't expect everyone to be like, if nothing stands out, if everything is the same level, right? I like the effect here though.
Cool effect.
It was kind of an accident, honestly.
Like, I don't know. You think so? Yeah.
It was an accident because when you carry it around, the effect has to travel with it, and particle effects aren't really parented to the object they're parented to for some reason. So if a particle effect spawns in a location and the emitter moves, it doesn't move with it. Maybe I could do it some way, I didn't figure it out. So my only way to fix it was to have a very short delay, like a very short lifespan on the particle, so that we would just spawn a new particle all the time as it moves. And then I added a little bit of randomness, and it looked like it's like shaking and like unstable, which is what I wanted to go for anyway. So I have like a little bit of delay, so it just spawns a new sprite all the time, rotates it and positions it differently. And then there's some like electric spark particles here as well. Those like little lightning bolts.
I think we wanted to get refract on it as well, but we couldn't get it to work.
I never tried it. I never tried it.
Did you not?
But I wouldn't have expected it to work because it's too much alpha sorting.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So somebody's talking about how Rixora is like very puzzle focused but not enjoyable to them, and I agree with that, right? Like I don't enjoy Portal Reloaded because they've bet all on one puzzle element, and I don't enjoy it, so that's just unlucky for me. But I don't expect every mod to be like every game to be made for me, right? That's fine. There's a lot of other people that really like it. And I will just say, I think Portal Revolution became the most played, most reviewed mod on Steam, like Portal 2 mod on Steam for a reason.
Yeah, it got really. I don't know why the trailer did so well. The YouTube algorithm just like boosted it for some reason. I remember they just kept going up. I was like, oh shit.
Sure,
that's
but
cool.
still, like,
Even on Steam,
trailer
wow.
views don't translate to plays 1-to-1.
No.
Like, because Revolution was so much more approachable, it was also much more popular amongst the general, player base. Whereas a lot of people are hesitant to play mods in general. But when they hear, no, it's actually not that bad, you can give it a try, you can beat it, then you might give it more of a shot, right? Like, I would not want to play a Doom Eternal mod. Like, I already expect all of those to be, like, ridiculous. Because that is just what the general modding, like, gaming communities always just are, like, proud of accomplishing difficult tasks, right? So then the communities go harder, and then when you're not as good yet, you get, like, almost bullied. Right? That is what happened with the release of that second DLC, where the first one was really difficult and the second one was a bit easier, and there was a whole drama around that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into that too much.
With everyone who plays that game now, it's just ultra sweat. That's why. And there's like they've hyper min-maxed every single mouse click and keyboard stroke.
That's the thing I like about it. You don't have to play like that. The game
No,
is
you don't,
forgiving
but it's-
enough. You don't have to do that. You like, as long as you understand the basic mechanics and have like quick reaction times and can think quickly. Like it.
Yeah, I can do Nitro mode.
It
Nitro mode pretty
it
alright.
rewards you for understanding the mechanics and thinking with them, rather than you can like in oh god, I always thought I was just okay. I hate like precise aiming shooter games, like CS:GO and stuff like that, right? Where you have to
CS:GO.
be a pixel perfect to hit the headshot and stuff like that. I got into them a lot. It's like years ago.
Yeah.
And they just frustrated me so much. And now playing Doom Eternal, I just don't like that kind of precise aiming gameplay. Doom Eternal is more about the quick thinking puzzles, executing different natural combos on different demons and stuff like that. Whereas it's just, I can track an enemy that's moving this fast across the screen and one-shot them with an AK. Like, it's not what I want.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm glad I finally found my game.
Well, Rory found you the game technically.
Rory did recommend it to me a lot, and I finally gave him.
Yeah. Now you play it more than him.
But yeah, I'm super glad, because that is exactly what I... Yeah, you don't have to be precise with your shots and stuff like that. But if you are, you get rewarded for it, but you don't have to be.
Even I can do it. I'm terrible at the game. Only play it once a year.
What is this music again? This is the Laser Duet. Laser Quartet.
Which one's this one in? Oh, it's unused. Oh, okay.
It's the blue laser music that we cut, because we didn't use the blue laser.
Ah, right. I've never heard of this. I think I've listened to the soundtrack. I think I watched a bit of it on YouTube.
You should. Yeah, we had the whole thing where the red laser was like slow rhythm and deep, and the blue laser was like high pitched and chippy and quick. And they had like a cool dichotomy there.
That's cool. It's unfortunate the puzzle element is kind of meh.
Yeah, the puzzle element is difficult to sell well, to integrate well.
I love this art as well. I forgot they did a whole little.
Yeah, it was a
Competition thing.
competition. Yeah.
I love it.
Why is there like 3 scroll bars on the screen? What the hell? This could be over here, Valve. Come on. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, laser collision is just annoying as hell. Like, let me show you. It adds absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Because you can't die from it. Unless you're in co-op. So...
Yeah.
It's just there for like realism.
You need it. It's absolutely necessary in co-op. Otherwise, people get angry.
Co-op makes sense. It's just it's a gameplay element. It's a trolling element. It makes sense there.
Yeah.
But in like we had so many puzzles where let me just execute this. It's on there. I have not played Revo in a long time. I didn't make that shot.
Yeah. Now you're fighting this chain. I always forget this one.
I've played it too many
I don't know
times. I will never forget it. I was so glad when I was able to unspaghettify these antlines because they used to cross over like madness in the co-op. Because there's like 4 elements. There's one here,
Yeah.
one there, and one from there, and they used to cross over like in crazy. And I think I just had to move that button from here to there, and then it worked.
Except, yeah. It's like entangling, like cable management.
Yeah, cable management. Right. So we have areas like this where you have to shoot a laser through a portal and then walk through it like this, right? And if you have laser collision off, on I mean. What's the command called? Called again. There. If you have it on, then this is just the worst.
Yeah.
you have to like
Awful.
jump through it, and it's.
So I think it actually
very
disables
difficult.
collision when you jump.
Yeah, it disables collision when you jump, but it's awful. You can't just walk through it like this at all. And then you have to sometimes even carry a cube with you.
It's even more. Yeah.
Like I think I can just respawn it, right? There we go. Yeah, and now that's awkward as well. Like you can kind of block it like that, but this way, it's like it just sucks. So we just turn it off. I wish we communicated it a bit better because people think it's a bug and report it to us as a bug, and write Steam reviews about I like the game apart from laser collision not working. Like, did it add you that much that is like the thing you don't like? Like, if you like it that much, you can run a display console command, and finally you can have your annoying ass collision back. Could have made it an option, like maybe, but
if you left it on, people would complain about it. I feel. Well, would they?
I think so. It would have at least been awkward as hell. Like, this is just not gameplay.
Yeah,
and Portal 2 never has you doing this. Never do you do this in Portal. Never. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but we have it as a bunch.
They never planned for it. Yeah.
Even in this one.
Maybe if the player blocked the laser, but then because you don't have a body, it's kind of awkward. But
yeah, so even here in the first level that uses lasers, you have to walk through a thing like that. Or like this is how you solve it, and then you have to walk back. Fun!
It's like you have to go at an angle, and it's like kind of awkward.
You hear the laser is like not quite centered, so you can walk through like this, but not from this side. Yeah. And then it's like, why can't I walk through it? Oh, you have to jump and do this on a controller, like. Be my guest.
Yeah, controller is awful. Or Steam Deck or something, yeah.
Alright, like. I'm on really controller controls, or is this like. Oh, I think it might be like keyboard emulation. Is it?
Possibly.
Yeah, it's just whatever. It's even worse now. So yeah, this is fun on a controller.
fun game. Yeah.
That's why we disabled it. It's just... It doesn't add anything. Oh, wrong button.
Yeah,
We
should
really
remake
with
this.
that. I love how many times players see this and think to themselves,
Save.
will this kill me? Like how much
Even
more
added a little
obvious
fi-
can we
like
make
little-
it?
Yeah.
There's
Big danger
everything,
signs.
everything possible to make it as
Yellow tape.
obvious. There's the triangle.
And this episode still, and they know it kills you
There's
because they
this-
they save the game and they walk into it to make sure.
Yeah.
Just to make,
I mean, I'm not mad. I
mean-
think it's just very funny if like that
It's
is that
very
is
funny,
that
yeah.
they that is like I'm not sure if it will. I guess you have to test
like
it to
cavemen
be sure.
touching fire and then figuring out it
Yeah,
hurts.
like we did a
yeah.
lot to make it very obvious that it does kill you. It also
Yeah, yeah.
introduces you that it doesn't shoot. That doesn't let you
Yeah,
shoot
yeah.
through it, which is important. It's probably one of my favorite puzzles in the game. It's like so small, but in like very
Yeah.
clever in many ways.
An
Everything
evil surface.
It even has a red herring, yeah, like this here, to teach you to kind of remind you, it fizzles your portal.
Remind you the puzzle maker is out to get you.
Yep. I mean, of course, you're gonna have the instinct to avoid it, and that's why I think like many players don't even realize it because they just jump over it, and then when it doesn't hurt you,
Yeah.
you'll notice it, right?
Yeah, you just think you avoided it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at that remade receptacle as
I was
well.
just about to walk to it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Saving 16 units, 32 units.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. They
And
could
no
good
one
job on
noticed.
that. No, people did notice.
Did they? Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah, sort of.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, like,
Something.
to be fair, it's not very noticeable because this is something you don't walk up to, like in the gameplay, right? You don't. You do walk up to like these because you walk through them. You walk up to cubes. You
Yeah.
might walk up to these because they're in the middle usually, not on a wall. But you don't walk up to a laser receiver much, so or to a laser either.
Yeah, the two things.
two-
Actually, to us, the laser
You did the relay too.
emitter.
The relay
The
is
relays
so
are
much
good.
nicer.
The dirty skin's quite nice. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
one
that too.
being,
Can I set the skin here?
I think you should be able to. Can't remember which one it is. It's like. No.
What is it? Set, is it set skin? I don't know.
Even have. You probably might not even be looking at it.
No idea. Whatever.
Is it? Yeah, well.
Yeah, the many areas. Oh god, this map was a headache because it's copied in like 4 or 5 different maps. We have the first one that you see, which is the vista in A2 outside. Then we reuse it here in the transition map of the nighttime stuff.
Yeah,
We use it as the loading screen, as the menu screen here for the chapter, and we use it again once you've beaten the game and unlocked everything. With
I
the
love that version
sunset.
actually. Just can you change that one? Actually, can't. Because I think that's my favorite one. Because I felt the daytime version, I tweaked it so much up until press release, and I never liked how it looked.
Yeah, it's your project, baby. I know.
Yeah, I think it's map underscore background. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. But I thought it's the lighting. I tried to like use fog cards and all that stuff to try and make it look. But yeah, never. Well, as good as your one. But yeah.
I mean, this is such an easy aesthetic. Sunsets are just cheating, basically.
Yeah, something that. Yeah.
They're
yeah,
hard
yeah.
to make look ugly, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the lighting, like when the lighting comes towards you like this, it always just looks good.
True.
Alright, well, I think we're gonna leave it off in like 10 minutes or so because we've already been streaming for 2.5 hours or so. So,
Yeah.
is there anything else you guys wanna ask? Then ask it now. But yeah, 2 years already, huh?
2 years.
What's your thoughts, Monty, on still modding this stuff?
I'm like, I should have moved on a long time ago. Should have moved on. But I'm happy to back on that. The second one, I think, is going to be a lot more streamlined, a lot more. We're planning
Yeah.
everything out now, so it's going to be less. Hopefully, we can avoid dressing.
The first was a bit more
Too much.
chaotic with many unknowns. The second
Yeah.
was a lot more.
So,
We have more knowns than unknowns at the moment, and
yeah.
we have much better tooling for stuff. Like, I mean, with Mod Companion, the asset workflow
Oh,
has
yeah.
just become so much better.
That's so nice.
So yeah, we're doing a lot of like preparation work to make the second one actually feasible, because we can't do another 8-year cycle on this.
No.
I did have a goal to finish the block out for Revolution 2 by the end of the year.
What the hell?
That's a little chirpy thing we have in.
Lunch at 10. I don't remember that one either.
It's a diegetic piece of music when Conley starts speaking for the first time in the Aperture lobby.
Right.
We have that.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, we can't do another 8-year cycle, and I was
that one.
I had a goal of doing the whole block out, and I didn't get there. I didn't really expect to get there. I just like setting myself goals, so I have something that kicks me in the ass to work on stuff.
Mm.
But we have a lot of stuff already, and what we have, I'm already really happy with. So, yeah, I really don't know when it's gonna release, honestly.
The most important question of all: will we have a cone stacking achievement in Revolution 2?
Maybe if we can get it to
maybe,
work. I
maybe.
even started work on the first game, but it just didn't work
Yeah.
because triggers were jank, and
But it just doesn't work.
had to cut that.
Maybe. Will Mod Companion ever be released to the public? That's a hard one because it's like so integrated with.
At some
You
point,
have to use you have to like stick to a very specific workflow though, because it's not designed to work with like.
yeah. I will. I do want to open source it.
Make a mod with it. Yeah.
I do want to open
So if
source
you
it.
need to
I don't
make
know
changes.
if I don't plan to like make it so other people can use it in their workflows that are different to ours. It's very much for our workflow.
Yeah.
So I want to open source it at some point and make it a bit more easier to use, maybe with some bits.
I mean, just for the map compiling alone, it's quite nice.
Map compiling
yeah.
assets. Yeah. A message for us in 2028. I mean, I hope you're done by now because.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't want to work on this anymore in 2 years.
No more source. Real engine next time.
Yeah. Just send me another screenshot. Oh, the cone stacking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the cones are super good.
That's really, yeah.
All right, let's have another little checkup on the squid farm.
Oh god. Remember, I was gonna have a lush turret as well. But
Yeah,
no,
that didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Oh, it's doing well. It's doing well.
Oh.
Give me my
what a
salad.
fish.
Yes, this farm sucked so much until I covered up the whole river in stone. Because
Like,
the squid would keep spawning outside of my farm instead of inside.
Oh.
So the rates were like 7 ink for 10 minutes or something.
what are you
ridiculous.
using for this ink?
I'm gonna sell it.
Sell it.
Yeah, I'm making a dye shop.
Oh, I see.
And colors
Oh,
are just
okay.
useful. So, good went all circle. Right. I guess that was it. So, I hope I'll see you guys at some point with another announcement. We're having a lot of fun making this mod. I have another question for you, Monty.
Okay.
When is the tractor beam gonna be done?
Oh, well, see, when you ask me, I'm actually gonna delay it for like another like 3 months. Soon. There's more important things we're working on, obviously. Like the
Sure.
barrel. The barrel?
I
Oh, no, can't
the
do that.
cylinder.
The cylinder.
Yeah, let's get on that. Finish that. The thing has been in the works for like half a year, right? I don't know what's going on with that.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Alright, well. Thanks for celebrating our 2-year anniversary. It feels kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's in 2 years.
It's kind of fun because a year is like at the same time a lot and very little time, right? But to be fair,
Yeah, so-
this like the first year after Rebel's release went by like
Oh, yeah.
it felt
ridiculous
quick.
quickly.
This one felt a lot longer for some reason. This one felt like it was a solid long year. It doesn't feel that crazy.
That makes sense.
So I'm not that crazy about already being 2 years. I'm feeling good about it. So yeah, I'll see you guys at some point.
Yeah, next year.
Next
Other
year.
update.
Next year.
Next year.
We'll check in every year.
Yeah.
One thing I do know about Rebel 2's release date is it's not gonna be near Christmas.
No, never
That was
again.
a big mistake.
Never ever again. May, middle of May.
Yeah, some point when everyone is working hard.
Yeah.
All right then.